Hello my angels and devils and all who may wander here. Yes, I might be on a tad bit of a sugar high because I just put Matterhorn macaroons in the microwave, in the turbo oven to cook for part 2 of the Matterhorn macaroon tutorial. So those two will go up first and then this one. Now this month's Munchie of the month is an ice cream bar. Now I can't make an ice cream bar from scratch at home. I mean I can, but it's a pain in the ass, let's be honest. But this is how you can get a bit of cheaty Disney magic from Clarabelle's at home. And I love this. This is part of the challenge for me of Max's Munchies, is that I get to do something at home. Now, I will say I won't be buying these again. These are the Woolworths Select mini ice creams that are a bit like the Magnums and stuff. The chocolate is nowhere near as nice as the Magnum or the Connoisseur. I would say wait for those to be half price. But what we're going to do is we're just going to take these out. We are going to grab, if I can find what I just did with it, yep, paper towel. We're going to pat these dry. Now for anyone who has worked with chocolate before, you know that chocolate does not like water. So the reason we're patting these dry is just to get that condensation off. Now, I've got 3 different types of chocolate. We have white, we have milk, and we have dark. Now I have to do this fairly quickly because we are in cold weather. I also have some snowflakes decorations, which are just little flowers. I don't have the Mickey head ones, so this is my substitute for the Mickey heads. When you go to Disney, to Clarabelle's, you get the choice of choc chips, Mickey heads, pearls. I do have pearls somewhere, but I've lost them, so there's no pearls in this. A blue raspberry burst, which is a popping candy. I couldn't get blue raspberry, but I do have popping candy. And instead of buying choc chips, I bought a flake, which is a very Australian English kind of thing, and I really love it. So that's always really nice. So that's just flakes of milk chocolate. Now, for the alternative one, because I thought I'd do one like Max had, and one very Australian with peppermint, with crushed up peppermint crisp. And I also have some popping toppings, which we get at Coles. It's Dollar Sweets. Unfortunately, I could not get this at Woolworths online, so my niece's fiance very nicely grabbed me the chocolate and the popping topping so I could do this tutorial. Thank you, Stephen, if you're watching. I don't think you guys watch my YouTube. Okay, so I did grab some little cupcake liners to put all this stuff out in, but I think I'll just shake it over. So what we're going to start off doing, and because in honor of Max having dark chocolate, I'm going to start with the dark chocolate one, is we're just going to grab a spoon. Now if you want to do this in a bowl and just dunk it all in, you can. I'm trying to do this at a height you can see. I am literally just going to pop the chocolate over like that. And then I'm going to grab some of the toppings and just sprinkle some. As you can see, our popping topping is not as nice and fine as Max's, and he also had some flake. Now, if you wanted to do all the way around, you could. And actually, I probably would now, but I have another little idea in mind for this. If I can get the chocolate. Okay, so the flake decided to be in really big chunks, so I'm just going to break that one up, as you can see. Now what you want to do is go around and do all your sides and your bottom. The other thing I thought would be really pretty with these is, because the topping does fall off, is to get a bit fancy and go, and that literally just went on my top. So you could have something that looks like that, which is really fancy and cute, and this is absolutely the I'll just chocolate all the way down. So that is just my little addition to make it a bit more fancy. Now if you've got all your stuff down the bottom, this is another way to do it. So let's just pop some more stuff on this plate. I'm just trying to break up the flake a little bit more because, yeah. Well, so much for that. Okay, I think we've got plenty of flakes, so we'll just pop that to one side. I'm just gonna Now, lots of popping topping and a nice lot of the little snowflakes. Now this is the little thing, so this is your little, you could use this as a dipping plate. So what I'm going to do again is I'm going to take a big thing of the dark chocolate and just put it over, pour it around. This is Cadbury melting chocolate. I did this, actually, I did the dark chocolate in a sink of water, but I did the other two in the mason jars because I couldn't get the cup to sit with the mason jars. I did the other two, amazingly, in my slow cooker with boiling water and just left it on low while I was doing my Matterhorn macaroon tutorial, which if you've watched you will have seen me get a bit worried about the chocolate, and I'm just going to do something and just dip it in. Okay, we're coated all the way around. So now what we're going to do is just literally press this in all the way around from the plate. Just keep going. And then in the bits that, oh, it's a bit leaky. In the bits where nothing wants to go, we're just going to pop, sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle it in. Making sure if there are bits where it won't stick, just add a little more chocolate and you'll be good to go. So, I can't, yeah, okay. So the flake did get a little bit flaky. So look, you've got this amazing looking thing. Let's go through and do with milk chocolate what we did on the front with white chocolate, which is you take your spoon, you drizzle off some chocolate, and you go a little less vigorously than I did. And that is it. That is a handmade Clarabelle's hand-dipped chocolate, hand-dipped chocolate ice cream, and I will take a photo in a minute of that and try it. Now for the peppermint crisp one, I really wanted to do this, I'm stealing a bit more flake, as milk chocolate. So what I'm going to do is, again, I'm just going to spoon over the chocolate, do it all the way around. What I like about the mason jars for the chocolate thing is that I can literally just now, once they're cooled and set, pop the mason jar back in the lid on the mason jar, and I've got chocolate that I can, melting chocolate, very easily where I'm not wasting anything. Another tip if you don't want to waste chocolate is to literally throw in some coconut into your bowl with your chocolate that you've been melting and stuff, and that way you get a really nice coconut ruff, and it sucks up all your extra chocolate. This one looks a bit messy. We'll just throw in a bit more chocolate to get the chocolate. The Matterhorn that ding is the Matterhorn macaroons being ready, but they'll be okay. And I'm just throwing in some more chocolate, and that is peppermint crisp. And just to make the peppermint crisp look a little arty, we'll take some of the dark chocolate and do our little drizzle. You ready? And let it fall, and this one didn't drizzle as much because it is not as melted, and I'm going to have chocolate all over my shirt. And that's it. It's that simple. So there you go, two different versions. This one is not traditional to Clarabelle's. This one is much more traditional to what Max had. I worked with what I had at home. You can work with what you have at home. There is no reason you cannot create Disney magic at home. I tend to prefer to create my own recipes. This is a cheat recipe. This is what I will always call a cheat recipe. I am going to take you down for a minute. Okay. So, and I'm going to turn the camera around and hope that you get a good look at the product. And I will talk to you all soon. I will come back with a taste test video just because I need some videos for Max's Munchies for this. And yeah, so I'll talk to you soon, my angels and devils. Bye!